Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
Good evening. Glad you're tuning in. I'm Shannon Ogden. It has been a wild day in Washington with Colorado Senator Michael Bennet playing a starring role. More on that in just a second. But first, new talks have emerged on a plan that could at least briefly reopen the federal government. But as you might imagine, there is an obstacle here. President Trump says he won't approve it unless it includes a down payment now, he says, for the border wall. If that doesn't work, the president also tonight is reportedly considering funding the wall through declaring a national emergency. Now, all of this comes as Washington appears to have reached a tipping point, evidenced by a ferocious confrontation today between Senator Ted Cruz of Texas and Michael Bennet from here in Colorado. Here's Denver 7's Ann Trujillo.
It started with a bold claim. The only reason Democrats are against the wall is because President Trump wants it.
But just because you hate somebody doesn't mean you should shut the government down.
Cruz then joined Republicans in calling for Coast Guard members to be paid regardless of the shutdown. Democrats say everyone should be getting paid and won't budge until the full government reopens.
Only thing that is necessary to pass a clean bill paying the salaries of every man and woman in the Coast Guard is for the Democratic senators to withdraw their objection.
After Cruz sat down, Colorado Senator Michael Bennet stood up.
These crocodile tears that the senator from Texas is crying for first responders are too hard for me to take.
As it turns out, Bennet has never forgiven Cruz for the part he played in the 2013 government shutdown. That crisis came days after devastating floods tore through our state. The town of Lyons, one of the hardest hit.
When the senator from Texas shut this government down in 2013, my state was flooded. It was underwater. People were killed. People's houses were destroyed. Their small businesses were ruined forever.
Bennet was just getting started.
It's his business, not my business, why he supports a president who wants to erect a medieval barrier on the border of Texas. How ludicrous it is that this government is shut down over a promise the President of the United States couldn't keep. And that America is not interested in having him keep.
Wow. So barring something truly unexpected here, federal workers in Colorado and elsewhere will wake up tomorrow to find another big zero on their paychecks. Denver 7's Russell Haythorne met with Coloradans who say this just can't go on much longer.
In his 24th year as a business owner in Colorado,
I'm responsible for every decision I make.
Tim Morgan knows at his auto shop, Castle Rock Imports, the buck stops with him.
Whether it's good or bad, I'm the one that holds that responsibility.
So given the current situation in Washington, he's decided to lead the charge on a new letter-writing campaign.
It says, "Dear Mr. Morgan,"
demanding Colorado's congressional leaders give up their pay, while thousands of government workers find themselves without yet another paycheck.
It's crazy that it hasn't been solved yet.
But the response to his letters so far,
oh, this is canned.
Not quite what he was hoping for.
Cory Gardner responds back with a canned email that has nothing to do with my question. Either yes, I'm getting paid, or I'm not getting paid. Bennet didn't even respond to it. Do they really know what the populace is really feeling?
Morgan now joins a growing chorus of Coloradans calling for an end to the shutdown and a growing club of businesses offering discounts to furloughed workers.
There's a lot of people struggling out there in the federal workforce.
Colorado-based Canvas Credit Union, formerly Public Service Credit Union, announcing today zero-interest loans up to 2 paychecks to federal employees. And you don't have to be a member of the credit union to qualify.
You know, those are people just like me and you. They have kids, they have wives, they need to live.
Businesses rising to the challenge.
We're people helping people.
Demanding Congress do the same, lock itself in a room, and find a compromise.
I think they should close the freaking doors, put them in there, and let them get this thing done.
Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.
And then on top of all that, we are watching for any movement in the Denver teacher strike. Union members rallied late this afternoon outside the Emily Griffith campus, and that crowd repeated what we have heard for weeks. They don't want to strike, but they feel it's the only way to get the raise they deserve, so they want to strike. Now, educators were expected to walk out of class Monday. That's been delayed after the district asked Governor Polis to get involved. So as of right now, the governor has not announced his decision, leaving both sides in a holding pattern. If the governor does wade into the negotiations, the strike could be postponed for up to 6 months. A Cherry Creek School District wrestling coach is out of a job and facing serious accusations tonight. A letter sent to parents and obtained by Denver 7 says Smoky Hills High School coach Tommy Lloyd has been charged with failure to report. Earlier this month, we told you that Lloyd and 3 other administrators were put on leave while police investigated an off-campus incident involving a student with a gun. Those other 3 employees have been cleared of wrongdoing. We knew it was coming, but boy, the snow seemed to really still hit us hard today. Driving through the metro just took forever this morning. Dozens of crashes reported around the state. Now, thanks to the sun, the main roads will likely be okay tonight, but side streets and parking lots could still be very icy, so please do be careful out there. Quick look at your 7-day forecast here now. Well, we're going to take a breather for a couple of days, but see that on Monday? That storm is actually already on the national map, and that should be another first alert action day. But that's then. Let's enjoy it between then and now. And this has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thank you for joining us. We'll have another one later for you tonight. And download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. I'm Shannon Ogden.